You are about to speak English. Someone is waiting for your response. Your heart starts racing. Your hands feel cold. Your mind goes completely blank. You know what to say in your language, but in English, nothing. The words disappear. The panic grows. You freeze. This is social anxiety, and it creates a loop, a vicious cycle. The more you freeze, the more anxious you become, and the more anxious you become, the more you freeze. Today, we break this loop. I will show you exactly why your brain freezes, and I will give you clear steps to fix it quickly. Let's begin. The social anxiety loop. Here is how the loop works. 4 steps, repeating again and again. Step 1. A trigger situation. Someone speaks to you in English. A real conversation, a real person, real social interaction. Step 2. Anxiety response. Your brain sees danger, social danger. Your fight or flight system activates. Your heart races, your breathing changes, your mind goes completely blank. Step 3. Performance failure. Because of anxiety, you cannot speak clearly. You freeze, you stumble, you forget words, you make mistakes. Step 4. Negative memory. Your brain stores the moment as evidence that English conversations are dangerous. So next time, more anxiety, more freezing. The loop repeats. Conversation, anxiety, failure, negative memory, again and again. But here's the good news. This loop can be broken, and it can be broken quickly with the right techniques. Starting today. Why your brain freezes. Your brain freezes for one reason. It believes English conversations are a threat, a social threat. Your primitive brain cannot easily tell the difference between physical danger and social danger. Being attacked by a predator and being judged in a conversation trigger a very similar response. Fight, flight, or freeze. Your body prepares to survive danger. But here is the reality. There is no danger. Just a conversation, just another person, just English words. Nothing is actually threatening. Your brain simply made a mistake. It labeled English conversations as dangerous. Now it reacts with fear every time. So we need to retrain your brain. Teach it that English conversations are safe, normal, and manageable. We will do this with 5 specific techniques. Let's begin with the first one. Technique 1. The 5-second rule. When anxiety begins, you have about 5 seconds. 5 seconds before the freeze becomes complete. 5 seconds to interrupt the loop. Here's what you do. The moment anxiety appears, speak immediately. Do not wait. Do not overthink. Do not prepare. Just speak. Any words, any sentence. It does not need to be perfect. Speaking within 5 seconds interrupts the anxiety loop before the freeze takes control. Let's practice. Imagine someone asks you, "What do you do for work?" 5 seconds. Speak now. Any answer. Good. You spoke. That is success. Perfection is not required. Now another one. Tell me about yourself. 5 seconds. Speak. Excellent. You broke the freeze. Next situation. What is your opinion on this? 5 seconds. Any words? Go. Good. Next situation. I didn't understand what you said. 5 seconds. Respond. Excellent. Final one. Why do you think that? 5 seconds. Speak. Perfect. You responded to every situation. That means you interrupted the freeze. Remember this. When anxiety starts, speak within 5 seconds. Anything. The loop breaks immediately. Technique 2. Anchor phrases. Anchor phrases are sentences you memorize completely. You practice them until they become automatic. When anxiety appears, you use an anchor phrase. Anchor phrases give your brain something safe to say. You don't need to think. You simply speak the phrase. Let me give you 10 anchor phrases. Practice them daily. They become your rescue tools. Anchor 1. That's a really good question. Repeat after me. That's a really good question. Now alone. That's a really good question. Good. Anchor 2. Let me think about that for a second. Repeat. Let me think about that for a second. Your turn. Let me think about that for a second. Perfect. Anchor 3. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain more? Repeat. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain more? Now alone. I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain more? Anchor 4. That's an interesting way to look at it. Repeat. That's an interesting way to look at it. Your turn. That's an interesting way to look at it. Anchor 5. To be honest, I haven't thought much about that. Repeat. To be honest, I haven't thought much about that. Now alone. To be honest, I haven't thought much about that. Excellent. 5 anchor phrases so far. Now 5 more. Anchor 6. I see what you mean. Repeat. I see what you mean. Now alone. I see what you mean. Anchor 7. Can you give me an example? Repeat. Can you give me an example? Now alone. Can you give me an example? Anchor 8. I agree with some of that, but not all of it. Repeat. I agree with some of that, but not all of it. Your turn. I agree with some of that, but not all of it. Excellent. Anchor 9. What do you think about it? Repeat. What do you think about it? Now alone. What do you think about it? Anchor 10. That reminds me of something I heard recently. Repeat. That reminds me of something I heard recently. Your turn. That reminds me of something I heard recently. Perfect. These 10 phrases are your emergency tools. When your brain freezes, use an anchor phrase, speak it automatically, and the loop breaks. Practice them every morning. Make them automatic.
Technique 3. Reframe the situation. Your brain currently sees English conversations as a test, a performance test, a situation where you might fail, a situation where people judge you. This interpretation creates anxiety, so we change the interpretation. This is called reframing. Instead of seeing a conversation as a test, see it as an exchange. 2 humans sharing ideas. 2 humans exchanging information. Nothing more. When your brain stops seeing conversations as tests, anxiety drops immediately. Let's install 5 reframing statements. Say them to yourself before conversations and even during conversations. They help your brain reinterpret the situation. Reframing Statement 1. This is not a test. This is just a conversation. Say it now. This is not a test. This is just a conversation. Good. Reframing Statement 2. They want to understand me, not judge me. Say it now. They want to understand me, not judge me. Excellent. Reframing Statement 3. My imperfect English is more interesting than my perfect silence. Say it now. My imperfect English is more interesting than my perfect silence. Good. Reframing Statement 4. Mistakes are data, not failures. Say it now. Mistakes are data, not failures. Perfect. Reframing statement 5. This person is on my side, not against me. Say it now. This person is on my side, not against me. Excellent. These 5 statements change how your brain interprets conversations. Before your next English conversation, repeat all 5. Let your brain remember the truth. Not a test, not a threat, just a conversation. Let's practice them once more. This is not a test. This is just a conversation. They want to understand me, not judge me. My imperfect English is more interesting than my perfect silence. Mistakes are data, not failures. This person is on my side, not against me. Good. These statements slowly retrain your anxiety response. Use them before every conversation. Technique 4. Progressive exposure. Avoiding conversations makes anxiety stronger. Avoidance feeds the anxiety loop. The only real solution is exposure, but not extreme exposure, not jumping into difficult conversations immediately. Instead, we use progressive exposure, small steps, gradual increases. Each success builds confidence. Each step becomes easier. Here is your exposure ladder. 7 levels. Start at level 1, move up slowly. Level 1. Record yourself speaking English, alone, for 30 seconds. Talk about anything. Then listen to the recording. No other person involved, just you. Practice this daily for 1 week. Level 2. Send voice messages to yourself. Describe your day. Describe your thoughts. Describe your plans. Listen to them later. Still no real person, but now you are speaking longer. Practice for 1 week. Level 3. Comment on YouTube videos in English. Write comments. Some people might respond. Reply back. This is still low pressure. You have time to think. Practice for 1 week. Level 4. Join English Discord or Telegram groups. Observe conversations. Sometimes write short messages. Participate lightly. Real people are present, but communication is still text. Practice for 1 week. Level 5. Find one safe conversation partner. Someone patient, someone kind. Have a 5-minute voice call, just 5 minutes, once per week. This is your first real voice conversation. Practice this level for 2 weeks. Level 6. Join a small English practice group, 3 to 5 people. Structured topics. Everyone is learning. Everyone understands anxiety. Speak for 15 minutes once a week. Practice for 2 weeks. Level 7. Natural one-on-one conversations. No time limit, no structure, just normal conversation with anyone. This is the final goal. Natural conversations without anxiety. By this stage, the anxiety loop is mostly broken. This ladder takes about 2 months. Small steps, steady progress. Each level builds confidence for the next. Start at level 1, climb slowly, and the anxiety loop will weaken. Technique 5. Post-conversation reprocessing. This technique is extremely important. It breaks the anxiety loop permanently. Remember the 4th step in the loop, negative memory. Your brain stores conversations as failures, and those memories increase future anxiety. We need to change that process. We need to reprocess conversations, turn them into learning experiences, not failures. Here's the routine. After every English conversation, do this, within 5 minutes. Step 1. Acknowledge that you survived. Say this out loud. I survived that conversation. I am still okay. Say it now. I survived that conversation. I am still okay. Good. Step 2. Identify one thing you said successfully. Just one thing, even one sentence. Say out loud, I successfully said this sentence. Then say the sentence you remember. Any sentence. Good. Step 3. Stop catastrophic thinking. Your brain may say, "That was terrible," or "I embarrassed myself." Interrupt that thought. Say this instead. "It was not perfect, but it was not terrible either." Say it now. It was not perfect, but it was not terrible either. Excellent. Step 4. Set one small improvement goal. Not perfection, just one small step. Say this. Next time, I will speak within 5 seconds. Say it now. Next time, I will speak within 5 seconds. Good. Step 5. Thank yourself for practicing. Say this out loud. I am proud of myself for trying. Say it now. I am proud of myself for trying. Excellent. This 5-step routine rewrites the memory. Your brain stores the conversation as progress, not failure. Do this after every conversation, especially difficult ones. This gradually destroys the anxiety loop. Your anti-anxiety action plan. Here is your plan starting today. Today, memorize the 10 anchor phrases. Practice them 20 times each. Make them automatic. Tomorrow, start level 1 of the exposure ladder. Record yourself speaking for 30 seconds. Listen to the recording. This week, practice the 5-second rule. Respond to imaginary questions within 5 seconds. Train your reaction speed. Before every conversation, say the 5 reframing statements. Remind your brain conversations are safe. After every conversation, do the 5-step reprocessing routine. Turn the memory into a positive experience. Daily practice. 10 minutes. Anchor phrases, reframing statements, 5-second response drills. In about 2 months, you complete the exposure ladder, level 1 to level 7. Step by step, confidence grows naturally. Final truth about social anxiety. Social anxiety in English is not about your English level. It is about your brain's anxiety response. Some advanced speakers still have strong anxiety. Some beginners have none. The difference is not vocabulary. The difference is anxiety management. When you manage the anxiety response, conversations become easy. You already started breaking the loop. You practiced anchor phrases. You learned the 5-second rule. You understand reframing. You have the exposure ladder, and you know how to reprocess conversations. Keep practicing. Anxiety decreases. The freeze disappears. Natural conversations begin. Your commitment. Let's finish with a commitment. Say these statements out loud with confidence. I will use the 5-second rule starting today. Say it now. Good. I will memorize and use anchor phrases. Say it now. Perfect. I will reframe conversations as exchanges, not tests. Say it now. Good. I will start progressive exposure this week. Say it now. Excellent. I will reprocess every conversation positively. Say it now. Perfect. You made 5 commitments. The loop is already breaking. Your anxiety does not define you. Your brain can be retrained. Start today. Use one technique. Tomorrow, add another. Step by step, your anxiety-free English conversations begin now. Thank you for practicing with me. See you next time.